What's up, people? My name is Smiles.
How you doing? I'm the Baron.
And I am Big Daddy Smooth Cobalt Chris Lotus. And
welcome to the 18-Bit Podcast.
Big
What?
Daddy Smooth.
What the fuck was that? Like,
here.
I wanted to moderate my cussing, but really, my nigga? I'm still gonna try to moderate, but
Let it out. Let it out.
no, because if I cuss, YouTube's not gonna
Alright,
monetize. Let us monetize our videos.
let it out. Let it out.
And besides, I ain't low tier guy.
You got exposed. You got not exposed, but you got freaking inspired by that video, didn't you?
Oh,
You got inspired.
but
He got inspired.
to let y'all know, in a slight exposition of the first episode, I have now acquired or reacquired a copy of Street Fighter V. That's right, Street Fighter V, the same game that Low Tier God plays. He thought I wasn't gonna find out, but we find out. I'm gonna get some training in. I'll give it like a couple of months. I'm gonna train, and then I'm coming for him. And his what do you call them, drones? Yeah, you the low tier god drone. You can tell your leader that I'm coming for him. You tell him that.
It's gonna be his theme song, freaking the Incubus song, "Take Me to Your Leader."
Basically,
Like, boy, like I think that just might be a section for you now. Just
He just gonna pop off and call out everybody there.
Like, really? Like,
Man gonna be cutting wrestling promos every freaking day. Except in their fighting game wise, their fighting game promos, you know.
let me tell you something, low tier god.
That one's okay.
Comparatively speaking, you are but a small sesame seed on the whopper of the burger that is Burger King. You understand me, low tier god? Do you understand me? Because I am the cream of the crop. Low tier god, you can't see this because it's a podcast, but I have a literal cup of coffee creamer in my hand to represent that I am the cream of the crop. That
Well,
was
dang.
my macho impression.
Still love Macho Man.
always.
May he rest in peace.
Yes. So, let me kick it off by saying this. I kind of made a little, well, I won't say it was a mistake, but I kind of drifted away from a little something that Smile over here wanted to get into. Since I do most of, like, the editing and the mixing and the producing of all, well, the first two things more so. I think we're all producers here pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
But yeah, after looking over the previous episode, which I hope y'all enjoyed that, Smile brought up the pretty much daydreaming about a possible Soul Calibur 6, and unfortunately, I decided to drift into a freaking game that I don't even play much anymore. So let's get back on that topic right there. We were talking about a possible Soul Calibur 6. I guess talking about like certain characters that we would like to see, things like that. Which, I mean, it's an interesting idea. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would like to have a Soul Calibur 6. We got a couple of peers that even like the sound of it too. So yeah. Y'all thoughts on freaking or daydreaming about a Soul Calibur 6?
Well, you already know what I want. I want my girl Tara. She got to be in there. Her and her giant rings have to be in there.
Well, dang. I didn't know he was in the eyes like that. I know that's what he was talking about. Inevitable, I like to say.
I'm in the eyes.
No. That was just bad joke. But yeah, I know. Inevitability, I say. I mean, if that's the case, come on. I mean, what they gonna do? They gonna write Tear out the storyline for once or whatever? I probably shouldn't say that since it happened to Jade in Mortal Kombat X, so maybe I shouldn't jinx that.
Yeah, no,
But,
I want
they're not-
Mitsurugi. I want Mitsurugi or like a student of his to make to combat. As long as one of those two happens, I'm good with it.
Freaking hate Mitsurugi.
Man, fuck you.
Nah, I can assume they can bring back the characters that haven't died.
If you guys didn't catch that, then he broke it again. He said he was trying to regulate it, and he's already flunking.
Hey, how
Yeah.
long did we go?
Flunking.
How long did we? Did I go without cursing? I like to think I did good.
Crabs.
Plankton. What the
I
heck?
hate you, bro.
But to get back on topic,
We're never on topic.
Tira Mitsurugi would be pretty good because I couldn't see him having like some like disciple. It would have to be like him because the only way it could be like some predecessor is if he died because he had that bravado and that determination about his character to where he was like too stubborn to
Die?
Yeah, literally. Only motherfucker that done clashed the sword with a lightsaber and that shit didn't get cut in half.
All of the Soul Calibur characters did that shit. Don't ask.
He got a cinematic.
That is true. He did get that cinematic.
Tira Mitsurugi, I personally, if they redid Zeba to where he fought more like the original Keelik, since they did that travesty of making Keelik the Edge Master, which I didn't understand why they needed 3 Mokujin characters.
I mean, there was one exclusively for the females, one for the males, and one for everybody.
Nigga, why does it matter? They all gonna catch these hands.
In Soul Calibur?
All gonna catch these hands.
In Soul Calibur, were
You
there
don't
weapons?
catch hands in Soul Calibur.
Nigga, Devil Jin.
But if they bring that shit back, I'm going to fucking what is it? Bandai Namco?
Yes.
Finna whoop some ass.
Yeah.
I'm finna do Jin's 10 hit.
You
on
mentioned
them.
Mitsurugi, and then you mentioned freaking Devil freaking Jin in that mess.
Like, come on.
How crap are you?
Because that was like the worst thing about Soul Calibur 5. Other than
How lame
like-
are you?
that was the worst thing about Soul Calibur 5 to me is that they added that.
But I mean, it wouldn't. Well, since I compete, guess I can't really say because I think that was not even. Well, I guess it depends on where you went because I think it was banned in some tournaments and in others it wasn't. But I couldn't stand it honestly.
What, Devil Jin?
Yeah, it was stupid.
He probably was. I didn't really see gameplay of him.
Stupid.
Oh wait, no, my fault. That's an absolute lie. I did see gameplay of him. I had to catch myself.
You didn't see gameplay of Soul Calibur 5 Devil Jin fighting style.
Devil Jin?
Devil Jin.
But he is going to give hands though. He's going to give
Either
hands
way-
with something
either
he's
way-
never seen.
either way-
basically,
They don't need him. They don't need him in that. Yeah, I like. It was weird, and I hope they don't. Well, I hope they don't do it, but I know they're gonna do it because every fighting game's been on that craze of throwing in guest characters. As of
Woo!
late. But
Should we dive right into that?
Yes.
Finish your thought right now.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
finishing my thought.
Go
But
ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, every fighting game's been on that whole craze of throwing in guest characters, and with Soul Calibur, you could kind of, I ain't gonna say narrow it down, but you can make some more obvious guesses since all of the characters have weapons of some sort. So you couldn't just be like, okay, they can be, freaking Leatherface or like those random ass like characters. Like you could kind of narrow it down to a degree.
Oh, Jack the Ripper.
Huh?
What? They could put Jack the Ripper in there.
Put a Jack the Ripper costume that you could put on a character.
Nigga, why not just have Jack the Ripper himself?
Why? He's a nigga in a fucking a cape, a cloak, and a top hat, which are both customizable pieces in Soul Calibur. Like, no, they can have, like I said, Jack the Ripper would have been like a fucking alternate costume for Dampierre in Soul Calibur 5.
I could see that.
But not as a character, not as a whole character.
My mustache.
What?
That's what he did. That's what he said all the time.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it would be narrowed down to characters with weapons because the whole Devil Jin fighting style thing was stupid in Soul Calibur 5. So if they did a Soul Calibur 6 and they did the whole jumped on the guest character bandwagon, I wouldn't even be surprised if they actually tried to splash like some like an anime character in there. It would be
God, no.
it would be kind of weird, but I wouldn't be surprised if they tried that.
Like if we had to pick from anime, I'd go to the Fate series. Like they have a literal plethora. They have
Not even that. The Fate series is like it's magical basically. It has like that mystical.
Nigga, what
like,
is Soul Calibur?
That's why I'm saying pulling from the Fate series would be like fitting.
Okay, I was about to say like, nigga, like these people on a basically eternal quest to hunt for this sword that takes over their bodies, and I'm not sure if I was talking about Soul Edge or Soul Calibur then.
But yeah, like I said, Fate Stay characters would be like a decent crossover into the Soul Calibur world because they have that same like mystical, like magical aspect about them both. They would be fitting, just like Soul Calibur 4. They had the you remember the special characters? They pretty much fought like other characters, but they had like slightly different weapons. Cause there was it was like a ninja chick with dual swords. She fought like Cervantes, but she had two katanas.
Yeah, Shura.
There was her. There was Agnofear, one of them, whichever. And she was an anime character actually. She was from oddly enough, she was from an anime called Sergeant Frog. She was from the manga of the anime, but she was like the cousin of one of the characters. But what was the chick? Sonmina?
Yes.
That she fought like? Yeah, she fought like Sonmina. But except she had like a moon staff. So it wouldn't be too out of the question for them to like throw anime characters into Soul Calibur if they did a 6. So if they do it, I will definitely pre-order that bitch yesterday.
He's gonna go there and have them make the game. He's gonna commission them to make the game. He's gonna be like, "Hey, I will pay you to make this game.
I mean, I only got some pocket change, but
I will pre-order it for you."
You got one customer already.
You freaking tell them they got you only got pocket change, that you might end up with Soul Calibur Revolution.
Boy,
like Tekken Revolution.
We don't want to talk about that.
No, they already got Soul Calibur Revolution. It was like Soul Calibur, like Lost Souls or some shit like that.
Yeah, that was like the Wii
U. It was
U.
the exact same thing.
Wow, they already did it.
I thought it was like the.
It was something.
Yeah.
I remember that. PlayStation 3 around the time Tekken Revolution came out, so they already did something like that. The free version you download, play online, shit like that.
The freemium. Mm-hmm.
Be it. But
By bit. But speaking of guest characters, let's segue right into a little current events, if you will. Not those current events, just you know what I'm getting at. So we had some reveals. I guess no need for an introduction.
I mean, we had two big ones, honestly.
In essence, yes. One at a time, though. Now, originally I had said, and for those of you that didn't catch that, Fighter Pack 3 did get announced over the weekend last week, and we got the aforementioned Turtles, of course.
Yep.
The previously revealed some days ago, for some strange reason, I almost called him Ant-Man. I almost did.
Adam. That's how bland the character is.
I almost did. And to be quite honest, hang on. I said the Turtles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I almost thought I freaking double-stepped. And who I think is being overshadowed, even though there's some interest with me with the Turtles in, Enchantress.
I mean,
just saying.
Yeah, but like honestly, she's like she probably ain't a scrap character, but she is going to get over this whole Fighter Pack.
She ain't gonna be bad though. She gonna come out and then be like, oh shit,
yeah,
Enchantress good as fuck,
But like everybody's gonna be like, oh shit, the Turtles,
basically.
I mean, I discussed this with the fellas here already, but I'm gonna, of course, restate this. Let's rewind back to Mortal Kombat X. Guest character-wise, we got Jason, we got Alien, we got Predator, we got Leatherface. 3 franchises. Now, let's fast forward to Injustice 2 now, with what we currently know. We got 2 Mortal Kombat characters, Raiden, Sub-Zero.
Yep.
We got Hellboy.
Yep.
And I guess we figure it's going to be the Triborg gimmick, but nevertheless, Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
3 franchises.
Yep.
And with this last little bit, then, we go over to Tekken 7. Akuma off the jump. Geese Howard should be around the corner within the next month or so. Maybe a little sooner, because I've been seeing at tournaments, they've been having boots and like setups for him, like this has been gameplay. And now, recently...
Noctis from Final Fantasy 15.
Noctis Lucis Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you how much Final Fantasy dick I suck. Gobble, gobble.
I mean, I know it's like November, but, you know.
Oh, shit. It did go with it, didn't it? You know what?
The point is, once again, 3 franchises. Now, I'm not saying these games are the first to do this, but it's just further proving what Smile said earlier. The guest character craze in this...
He's cranking out.
The crank is...
He's cranking out.
The crank is going to keep going and, like...
Nah.
I don't know, because, like... Because you all heard my theory from the last episode. I said there was going to be another Mortal Kombat character scene. In the first 2 fighter packs, we had 1 per each. Then they go even further out with the guests. Even further out. Now, am I upset about it? Not really.
Now get this.
Not really. I mean, it was... I'll put it like this. NetherRealm Studios has been doing a good job with their characters, like the DLC in Injustice 2. They really have. Because when they revealed Hellboy, that got some hype going for the game. That was a surprise. When they revealed the Turtles, that was a hell of a surprise.
Oh, hell yeah, it was.
Now, it's like, I mean, even with Tekken 7, it's like the Geese Howard freaking trailer at EVO. That was a surprise. And you best believe, because, I mean, even though I haven't been on Facebook like that recently, I'm still on my Twitter here and there. Nevertheless, from what I've been hearing in the reactions, old Noctis was a hell of a surprise, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's a damn...
Like, they've been doing a really, really, really good job with, you know, regardless if I like them or not, they've been doing a good job as far as getting some buzz. Because I remember when they had revealed Abigail for Street Fighter V.
Fuck that nigga.
I saw that coming. I don't know why I'm laughing. But I just saw like a mixed reaction there. It was a mixed reaction. Like, it wasn't as overwhelmingly positive or hype as the other, like these other reveals. They weren't. So props to them on that. Heaven forbid. Well, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it like it's bad. I'm not gonna say it like it's a bad thing. But if there's another fighter pack coming for Injustice 2, I would probably think I'm gonna be stupefied to know exactly what the world is gonna be in that. If there are any more guest characters, but that is my tee off on that. I will take the floor and give it to them.
Now,
are you counting how many times
my co-host here, Ronald, is giving me that what the fuck you doing look, and I've decided to make a bomb counter, an F-bomb counter. So every time Mr. Gilbert here, the Baron here, curses in any way, shape, or form, gonna tally that down.
I mean, you already off because I've cursed more than twice.
Hey, I'm being generous.
Hey.
Me and Lotus here, at some point in future episodes, will come up with some type of
incentive.
Okay,
whatever.
Incentive to not cuss, but also a punishment for depending on how many times he cusses.
Hey, you know, sometimes people don't forgive very easily these days, Ronald. You better take that for what it is, man.
But, back to the topic at hand.
I'm just saying.
Turtles.
Right.
I'm trying to help you out.
Back to the topic at hand. The Turtles, though. Nobody saw it coming. And
nobody is really sad.
Nobody could see it coming. Especially the way Ed Boon set up them perfect-ass troll bait goddamn screenshot.
Time out before we go on this. I feel like if I'm going to be counting out cussing, I feel like you need to as well.
All right, fair enough. But I said goddamn.
No, you said troll ass.
Okay, that's one for me. Matter of fact, all of us will have a counter. How about that? Is that fair?
Done. I can live with that.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
You want your sippy cup now?
No, bitch. That's 3.
Oh man.
Actually 4 because I said
cup.
troll ass. 5
Anyway.
Sippy cup. Why did I freaking think of Melanie Martinez?
No.
I'm a fan.
But
get at me.
But nobody saw it coming. Especially the way Masterful Ed Boon set up his troll bait. Cause the first picture was gasoline with a cigarette about to set off an explosion. In my mind, I was like, DC character, cigarette. That's Constantine. It got to be Constantine.
Table?
It's fine.
Alright.
Leave it alone.
But and then the second one, which I hadn't heard about until after the pack was revealed, was in the trailer, Enchantress and Adam, I'm gonna say Ant-Man, they were finna go at it. They were, walking up to each other. And it's a screenshot of them meeting up at each other and a single sigh is in the ground. So everybody was like, yep, that's Melina. That is Melina right there.
Wow.
It's nobody else but Melina.
Wow.
And then, of course, we watched the trailer to find out it was Raphael and the rest of the turtles.
Which, by the way, Raphael is my favorite turtle. I freaking love Raph. Which is like the reason why I really didn't mind it, because at least they brought I'm really eager to see exactly how they do this then. Like, is it gonna be a Triborg thing? Is it gonna be a trait like matter? Like, are you gonna be switching between them with the trait or whatever? I don't know.
I second the trait thing just off of the fact that in the trailer he was finna go in, Mikey was finna go in alone, and Don was like, "No, we fight together." That was Mikey. That was like, yeah.
No. Leo was like, "No, we fight as a team, Mikey."
Yeah. But he was like, we fight as a team. So that's my whole standpoint on it possibly being a trait skill instead of the whole Triborg thing where you pick a specific character, a specific version of the character before you go into the fight. But I think it would be cool if if the trait was like some kind of, you know how Catwoman's trait is a combo.
Yeah.
Like if you sitting there doing the perspective combos with the turtle and you trait and then they'll switch out in some type of attacking like fashion.
I mean, you've seen like little characters like this before. I mean, for you hardcore heads, then more so anime heads or whatever, anime fans, fighting game fans. If you're a merger of the two like me, that's cool too. But there was a game called Naruto, I think it was Ultimate Ninja 2 or 3. And they had that Kanemaru squad. Like, there's 3 of them, right?
Oh, Konohamaru and his crew. Konohamaru, again, Udon.
They were a character. Like, they played as, like, one single character. I kid you not.
I believe it.
I kid you not. So, I mean, maybe something like that right there. Although, I mean, it was a little doable with them because they're, like, little, like, they're kids. And they got freaking 3 grown turtles. But, like, I don't know. I mean,
they did with Konohamaru. Not Konohamaru. Kiba and Akamaru.
Yeah, but that's like
a minion. That's a minion of sorts.
Not even just that, but I mean, they're like, I was about to say duelists for some reason, but that was like a duo. We've seen duos like this before then, and since we're talking about NetherRealm Studios and good old, well, I think this character was panned for the most part, but anybody remember the Noob Smoke companionship?
Oh, I remember that. I never played that specific game, but I remember
the whole gimmick, because you had tag comp, like they were like the only. I mean, when you think about it, it made sense because they're gonna share a weapon, but they didn't have a weapon because like in those games they had 2 fighting styles and a weapon, but they were like the only ones, of course, because they were like a duo, and the combos are pretty much involved like them. A lot of side switching, to be honest. Like, you would, if you did a tag combo with Noob Smoke, you would get a tag, like somebody would tag him from the other side. That's what they would do. Because I know, like, I just remember freaking Smoke had like this one brutal knee attack. Like, it was a grab where he would just grab you like by the head and just force your face into his knee, and like that mess just stunned you.
It stunned me too. Some nigga just decided I'm gonna take my knee and feed it to you.
Yeah, but it's like, but there are 4 of them. Like, I've never seen that many freaking
characters used as a single character.
Yeah, at one time it's like, wow.
Yeah. Like
But
we'll find out in February.
Hey, but they're a creative bunch over there, so it's bound to be something pretty interesting.
Exactly.
I believe
Whether it's a Triborg or a Quadraborg, whatever the heck it's gonna be, you know. I'm looking forward to it though.
And people are speculating that they're gonna have a secret 5th one, just like in MKX they had Cyber Sub-Zero as the 4th.
Who's it gonna be?
Spike.
Ew.
Who's Spike again?
Ooh.
Raphael. I want to say it was Raphael. He had an actual pet turtle, which was like kind of weird, but it basically ended up getting mutated with the mutagen.
I can see. Never mind.
And it became like this super strong turtle that was stronger than all 4 of them.
That's the thing right there. I can almost see like Spike being like an additional attack for him, but then again, even that seems like it might be overpowered. I'm even wondering what the super will look like for them, honestly.
A giant ass.
Well, you know what? Hold up. Like, didn't their X-ray involve them like all attack? Well, no, it didn't. I think all the
it was their fatalities when it came together.
Yeah,
but the X-rays were just them. That specific one.
Like, didn't all the Triborgs have different X-rays?
No,
they didn't.
They started them differently.
Yeah,
they had different startups, but the X-ray itself was the same.
In essence, they did then. Somewhat.
But I feel like the super gonna be the same with them though. I feel like they're gonna do the Triborg thing where the startup might be different, and then it's gonna be some like thing where all 4 of the turtles come in and beat the person up together.
Or better yet, Master Splinter shows up.
That would be interesting too.
And speaking of that little theory about a 5th turtle, they said he was the 5th turtle in air quotes.
Yeah, that would be interesting too.
Oh, they could bring back the female turtle.
That was a thing.
Yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. There was once upon a time a female turtle. It was in like the live action TV show. She had psychic powers, shit like that.
So that's where they got that mess from in the cartoon. They gave April
psychic powers.
Wow.
Don't quote me on that. I want to say she has psychic powers, but
April's spoiled, man.
April's into bestiality, and nobody can tell me otherwise.
I can't disagree with that either.
My bad.
I really can't.
Like,
cause she at no point did she say, Donatello, you're a fucking turtle. I can't do this.
I'm not even talking about the latest incarnation. I'm talking about like
I'll add that count to my roster.
I'm talking about like the whole April, all the Aprils in general, except for like the one that existed in Fast Forward, because she's the only one that I know of that actually went to go marry old Casey. She married Casey. And they had a kid.
In Fast Forward, she did get with Casey.
Yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, all the other incarnations were into bestiality and they were getting gang-ganged.
No.
Leave it to Ronald to drift us out to this freaking pasture of disgustingness, honestly.
Nastiness.
Repulsiveness.
Let me finish.
Repulsiveness.
Let me finish.
Grotesqueness.
Let me finish and I'll go right back. But she was the only one that was
filthy
human. Gang. I don't fuck with you if you don't gang bang by 4 turtles and maybe a rat. Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, add it.
Nastiness.
Horrible, yes.
Nastiness.
But now, nonetheless,
filthy human.
Yes, but nonetheless, I also wouldn't mind if Casey made an appearance.
If he was like the secret character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
But if we go off secret characters on Injustice, I don't know. I got nobody
because they didn't do anything like that in the first game.
Yeah,
but and Mortal Kombat's had a history of secret characters. I mean, Ermac was a secret character at one time. Noob Saibot was a secret character at one time.
Error code at that point.
Secret character, nevertheless.
I mean, then there was Reptile.
Reptile was I think the first one actually.
Yeah, I
think it was the first one in the first game. Jade was one too. I'm still obsessed with Jade.
But that would be interesting. Just had that Googler show up.
That Googler.
Google.
That Google.
Google.
Yeah, let's get out of that pasture of
Nasty.
Debauchery.
that pasture of
Nasty.
freaking
Now we know why.
white tails on people.
Darkness. This is nastiness. You know what?
What's up?
That's what it is. Ronald is so nasty. Look here. I can guarantee you, if he went to take a shower right now, a full-fledged shower, we will find out he's a white man.
What? What the
That's
world?
a little.
It's nasty.
What the world?
It's nasty.
That escalated quickly.
What
It did.
the world?
It did.
What the world?
But I don't regret it. Now,
I'm white now.
Oh my god.
I'm white now, apparently.
Oh man.
I mean, my family always said I talk like one of them.
What
but like,
is this topic, man?
bro, we did this last episode.
What
Why
is
I don't
this?
know why you shocked by this.
I'm not shocked. It's just like
Ronald is white as this sketch pad in front of me, underneath the nastiness.
underneath the nastiness.
Underneath the nastiness.
Underneath it.
But back on topic. Tekken 7.
My nigga Noctis.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Gobble gobble.
Wow.
You got a couple more weeks to go, man.
Mm-hmm. It's a few more weeks where you get the greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, lamb.
Is
ham,
that really
corn,
coming
corn.
back?
Yes,
I
it
hope
did.
don't.
Is that really
It
coming back?
did.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not sure. I looked down
You
like,
know what? You know what? I shouldn't even be surprised because a couple of people in my family freaking like it, so I would not be surprised if we get a freaking throwback Thanksgiving Thursday. 3 T's on that.
But yeah, not this.
my boy.
I seen the gameplay, and initially you would be like, okay, it's when you hear about a character being put in a specific game, and then when you see the character, how it functions in that game, it's like two different things. Because when you hear about the character, Jason, for example, in MKX, when you hear about the character, you be like, okay, Jason's gonna be in Mortal Kombat. You be like, I don't know. I don't understand how he would fight. How would he fight? What would he do? You know, what would his moveset be? So people, not a lot of people were hyped for Jason actually when he was like announced for MKX. But when you saw him in game and saw how he functioned, you were like, this is actually pretty cool. This is this works. And it was the same with Noctis. I heard about Noctis being in the game. I was like, I don't know.
I was with it the second I heard it. I had to confirm it first, but I was with it the second I heard it.
And then when I for a split second, when they showed the trailer, for a split second, I was like, oh snap. They finna have all 4 of these dudes like in Tekken.
He freaking taking cue from the fact when he saw 4 of the turtles, it's like, oh, we doing these quadra freaking guest characters now. These quadra characters now. That's the new freaking trend now. That's what's
But
what's good
realistically,
that's what's good in the streets right now. Apparently, quadra characters, man.
Realistically though, aside from Noctis, Gladius would be like the only other character that would fit in Tekken.
Ignis could fit in there. Ignis would be like your
He
counter.
could be a hand to hand. Okay, yeah, he would be a hand to hand.
Like, because he already uses, like, his main weapon is already knives. Gladio could fit because he'd be the brawler. He uses a giant fucking sword. Not Mark me one.
See, we need to leave it to the fans because I feel like he's gonna get out of control very quickly for the cuss counter. I feel like that's gonna get out of hand really quickly, and we might need to leave it to the viewers to just leave a comment of how many times each one of us, says something. But
Like, I'm messed up then. Because, like, remember the first episode? F it. We'll do it live.
That told you everything you need to know about him, as far as his presence, basically. Not saying it's a bad thing. It is a presence, nevertheless.
But yeah, I could possibly see all 4 of them in there. Like Ignis, yes, because he could do like a whole boxing style with his knives, like some type of like kickboxing.
He'd use trench knives, but
yeah,
not only Prompto. I can't see Prompto because like Prompto uses a gun. I don't know.
That once again, Jason or any other character that was announced that you couldn't initially wrap your head around it, and then they make it work.
Ermac. You could find a way to center a style like his on Ermac.
I'm gonna give you the ultimate one. Phoenix Wright, Marvel 3.
Yeah.
Because people couldn't freaking imagine that, honestly. Even
he doesn't actually fight.
Nope.
He just, like, gathers evidence.
No combat whatsoever. Not even in the freaking Ace Attorney freaking storyline then. But that guy apparently... And if you are a freaking Ace Attorney head, then props to you, because I don't know too many. But you probably know the only thing with Phoenix Wright is the fact that the guy has taken some fierce freaking punishment and yet has not, like, been seriously hurt, basically.
Don't forget, Marvel 2 Rose. Roll. I meant roll.
Correcting that shit quickly.
Damn it. I was about to say, where was this? And why did I not play her in Marvel 2? I thought he was talking about Street Fighter Rose. I'm like, where was she in Marvel 2? What's this code and where can I get this?
I know this.
Because I love that character.
Exactly. I know this isn't on the reluctant character list.
Classy and sassy.
I know this ain't on the reluctant character list, but Song was my girl in Marvel 2. All three of them.
But you're right with Roll, because it's like, what was Roll really known for doing most of the time?
Cleaning.
And they turned that into a gimmick. And just in case you also are a hardcore fighting game head, then some other character kind of sort of had that same gimmick. If you remember Koyori from Battle Fantasia.
I heard of that.
Who was a cat waitress. Who was a cat waitress that fought with the broom, and pretty much she had a Rekka attack, which pretty much involved her serving you tea. Like, it was a Rekka attack where she's serving you tea. the dish is right there. She's freaking just scooping the mess.
Wow.
I don't know.
Not to mention also, like, I think, because did Roll have, like, a win pose, like, where she would, like, just get, like, a push broom and then just sweep the person off the map or whatever?
I don't remember.
Well, that was Koyori's, like, one of her win poses in Battle Fantasia. She would just sweep up whoever it is she just beat with a freaking push broom.
And that is a unique style, though, to have completely reluctant characters in fighting games. Nah,
no,
there have been other instances where they're reluctant, but they still fight, like Soul Calibur 5.
Pyrrha.
She still fought, but she was reluctant to fight.
Oh my god.
I think he doesn't like Pyrrha people.
Apparently. Annoyed. Like, one freaking attack where she freaking poked you is like, and she's like, yeah! It's like, what the world?
Side note, I'm sorry, RIP earphone users.
Really?
What?
Really?
What?
I'm not even gonna freaking break the fourth wall on that. Continue.
I mean, you just did like a high-pitched scream. RIP earphone users.
If you look at every little recording before that, then there is plenty much
like,
more louder than that. Then
my nigga Noctis. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well,
all right,
I don't know about that, just because you said it very deeply like that.
But he did it in the microphone, though.
I don't want to go there. Let's get back on topic, because I had a joke and I don't want to use it.
But yeah, reluctant fighting game characters are pretty fun. Some of them are annoying.
Is that what you call them?
Yeah, I call them reluctant.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, you know, everybody got their way of naming stuff. Because it's like, at first, because Roll was also in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, which, by the way, that is actually my favorite game of the Capcom vs. series. TVC, I love to death.
Was pretty good.
I loved it then, but I used to think Roll was very, like, lame. But apparently she had one of the best assists in the game, because it was a lingering little puddle that would stop somebody from pretty much closing the distance on you. And then, of course, one of her supers is pretty much how to just freaking get this dirt out, get this dirt out, get this dirt out.
I am running a.
By the way, also, her freaking level 3 healed you, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it was healing.
I am running a serious blank right now.
What?
I can't remember whether it was Marvel
What?
or what, but there's a fighting game character.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember, but one of their attacks, they would just sit there and sweep, and it would fucking it would like do damage. Like if you walked up on them, they would like just sit there and sweep. I can't remember what freaking game it was.
Nope, I don't know. Don't look
It's like running a serious blank right now.
Who else do I know did a lot of sweeping other than Roll? Who else? Whom else? That might have to be something you send to the viewers, honestly. But if you want to research it on the side, you're more than welcome.
That is exactly what I'm doing.
You're more than welcome to be honest there. But I mean, creative, like, I feel like those types of characters really show and exhibit how creative some of these companies can be, basically. When you put a character in there that you think, how are they going to fight? I mean, hey, good mystique to a character is always good. I mean, if it's not somebody that's well known, it's always good to have a little bit of mystique about them, to be honest. Always. But, yeah, so freaking guest character crisis, I guess I can call this. Guest character crisis. Guest character crisis. No, it's just guest character season. That's all it is.
I was about to say, I can't call it a crisis because it ain't really
I was being melodramatic. But guest character season. Guest character season apparently is in full effect then. So I will drop this little question. Will there be any guest characters in the inaugural Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle Go?
Woo! Woo!
No.
The heck did freaking Ric Flair come from?
Oh, that was my hypeness.
I know. I was freaking...
No. Not like... Since this is their first one, and this is like Ruby.
Truly, it's their first game.
And this is Ruby's first foray into fighting games.
Injustice was also Injustice's first game, and lo and behold, a scorpion popped out.
True, but you also got to look at the studio that's doing it. NetherRealm Studios are known for doing crazy shit.
Didn't freaking... Well, I'm not gonna even go there.
What?
Had some stuff mixed up, but proceed.
But yeah, no, like, it's not to say that they probably won't do it later on, especially if they make a 2. But since I said, if this is their inaugural foray into it, for like Blaze Blue, Persona, Under Night in Birth, they've already put their foot into this series, into this set in here, so. They like all you're doing is just really transferring characters.
All you're really doing is transferring characters.
That's who it was.
Who?
It wasn't a fighting game. It was a party game. But it was PlayStation All Stars.
Cancel that.
Toro.
Still a fighting game technically. Like
yeah.
But
it's still a fighting game. Don't get on that whole tip about Smash Brothers is not a freaking real fighting game.
But
I'm just saying, like, that's that tip that they were using. It's like, yeah, it's a freaking party game, it's not a fighting game. But I don't play Smash like that, honestly. But even I'm like, if it's not a fighting game, then what are you gonna call it? Like, what's a party game by definition? I thought Mario Party was a party game.
But I'm not PC about it. But freaking what was it? Oh yeah, Toro. Like, Toro's the character I was thinking of.
Toro was in freaking whatchamacallit.
But
he was in Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Wow.
And Kuro.
PlayStation only, if you didn't get that.
But PlayStation All-Stars, they had Toro. He had like a bunch of silly attacks. And one of them was he would just sit there and sweep. He would like sweep up some leaves. And then the leaves would hit you on the sides if you came up on them. And then he was like a real problem because he had a move where he just go to sleep in Game Eater.
Yeah, that's a fighting game. I mean, because they were covering on Event Hub, so
yeah,
it just wasn't a well received one.
I didn't actually pay attention to it because around the time All Stars Battle Royale, is that what they called it?
Yeah, Battle Royale.
I thought I put one too many words into it, but around the time it came out, I was on 360, so it was just like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to miss out on that. Despite the fact it had a pretty intriguing roster, I'll give it that.
Yeah,
because I like the idea of freaking fighting with freaking Jak and Daxter. I like that idea. I like that idea.
Big Daddy,
Sweet Tooth.
Reboot Dante.
Reboot, yeah. DMC Dante.
By the way, that was a pretty good game. I'm not gonna call it the best game ever, but it was
enjoyable.
The best game ever is the game that hasn't come out yet.
I don't know about that. The best currently, by as far as video game standards go, GTA 5 is being held as one of the best games ever.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, pass. I'm still mad at
It's not my cup of mango freaking tea, so go figure.
I'm upset that it's still $60. This game has been out for like 6
I
years.
know, right?
It's still full price, and it's been out for 6 years.
I was so mad. I be looking. I was like, man,
You can
no.
take it, have it, and keep it, as far as I'm concerned.
Basically.
So, should we cover Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle here?
Yes, we should.
I about to say I don't know shit about it.
Well, let's fill you in, and I mean, I'm not
Let's
gonna
fill
bring
you in, sir.
I'm not gonna bring something to the table without at least telling you what I am bringing.
So,
Unless, of course, never mind.
so
I'm trying to be
Mr.
nice. I am trying to be
Mr.
nice.
Baron,
I am trying to be nice.
as you know by the name, it is a cross tag battle between Ruby.
Fatal four-way.
Between Ruby.
See that was louder than the freaking Pura scream.
Ruby, Blaze Blue, as mentioned in the name, Under Night and Birth, which I have yet to play. I can't wait till it comes out on PS4.
Hurry the heck up, man.
And Persona
Not
4
you,
Arena.
not you, them. Not you, them.
And Persona 4 Arena.
I kind of wish they
I
used
have-
Persona 5.
Cause I have Uni L, and I'm starting to call it by that right now.
That's too new.
I have Uni L on Steam, and I just rather would have it on PS4. Seeing I think more people are gonna get into the game with Cross Tag Battle being, I guess, around the
It's
corner.
gonna come out around. They're gonna release that bit around Christmas if they say it late this year.
Well,
I'm talking about the Under Night.
just saying. Still, come on.
But
Well, I mean,
Man,
hey, I
what's
mean, I
this
guess I
email?
better request it as a gift, although I might be buying that gift for myself, and there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
But so far, we've gotten some reveals, and they've been revealing them in a very funny way, because I figured with 4 franchises, it'd be like, hey, one of each with every little week or day that comes, but for some reason, they've done it very weirdly.
2 from Blaze.
And
Blue.
there is another issue I have with the way they revealed it. But first, let me just go ahead and go down the list of everybody that has been revealed thus far on the Blaze Blue. A lot of, as I said, obvious inevitables, basically. Because what is Blaze Blue without Ragna? A storyline nerd is going to hit me with something with that. We got Jen, we got Rachel, we got Hazuma, and we have Noel Vermillion. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get the little piece that I was about to mention out the way. Why in the world did they say they were revealing Jin when we saw him in the trailer at EVO?
That was pretty silly.
I mean, they were
Stupid,
probably just
actually.
showing us like gameplay by that point.
But
in
it was
time.
Still a reveal.
Yeah.
They could have put somebody else in that slot because we knew Gene and Ragnar in the game.
I mean, what was up? Like, they think they were going to pull like a Ed Boon on us or whatever? They going to pull like a freaking Ono on us? They going to freaking get into the character troll fashion, whatever? They going to get into that? That's what they going to do.
You're going to see the reveal trailer. Jen going to pull his mask off. It's like, surprise.
Odin from freaking Smite is going to be in there. Daimyo Odin.
Surprise, nigga!
Oh my god. Like,
Of course, you got to come with that freaking human
Chappelle
foulness.
humor.
Hey.
Oh, okay, that's restaurant. No wonder.
I'm about to say you.
Y'all a little more hardcore on Chappelle than I am. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of. That comes from me not watching a lot of TV when I was younger, but that's just that. But yeah, I mean, so far with who they revealed in Blaze Blue, no real big surprises. All of them kind of seemed like they were going to be. I think any one of us could have called any of those 5 characters being in the game: Ragnar, Jen, Rachel, Hazuma, Noel. I'm just saying. That's kind of obvious. That's like freaking another Street Fighter crossover game coming out, and so far they revealed Ryu, Ken, Sagat, Chun-Li, Guile. Kind of obvious. Those 5, like, the only... Now, I will say, 'cause I know some of you are screaming out right now, that one of the people I just mentioned there in that mix are not in Street Fighter V yet. Possibly. I don't know. I know a friend of ours is concerned about that. If he's listening, he knows who he is. But, just saying, obvious. I mean, I'm not saying like it's bad. It's just the fact. It's just, what is the franchise without like these certain characters? I mean, certain characters make up a franchise. They do. Certain characters make up a franchise. They do. But I mean, hey, I guess get the obvious out the way first, and then surprises come and trickle down later. Basically,
I'm waiting on Takaka.
which I think is going to be inevitability too. I think she's going to be inevitable. I think it's gonna. I mean, come on. I will be
He's
shocked.
not wrong.
I will be shocked if somebody like Azrael gets in there before No, not even just before. I'll be surprised if an Azrael gets in there and there is no Talcaka. I'll be shocked. I will be shocked beyond freaking the center of a battle between Storm, Raiden, Thor, and freaking Static. Beyond that. And that fight could power the whole planet.
Yeah, nah, he's not wrong about that one. That fight could.
Yeah.
But after that little face melter, what y'all think of like the Blaze Blue reveals thus far?
It's not
like you said. It's not surprising. It was like they gonna be in there. Those are like some of the main characters in the universe.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like some of these characters. I really like Ragna. I really like Hazama. Yuki Terumi more so, but Hazama's cool too. But I mean, I just want to be. But I mean, hey, I guess I'll revel in the fact that hey, we're finally getting this dream crossover that everybody's been talking about, and we'll get to that little element of it later too, because there's a tack on to that too. Now, the Persona 4, which I know everybody is freaking hypey over. 3. Three revealed thus far. Yeah, as he just said.
Is it Narukami?
Yes. Well, yes.
Chie.
Mm-hmm.
And was it Yosuke?
Yes, sir. And
so the main character, Kiki Bitch and Ninja Nigga.
Who are you calling Kiki?
Kiki.
Kiki.
Kiki. Oh, Kiki. Said Kiki.
Let's just say, what is... Wait, I mean, I'm like, Ronald, I'm like, dude, get your mind up the gutter. That's not what Chie meant when she's talking about she really likes meat. Just saying.
Boy.
Now my mind's in the gutter. I actually wasn't.
Oh, no. It already been there. It already been
Kiki
there.
chick.
Yeah, the kick.
Chie was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. I love that freaking character. I love that character.
Little known facts. If I ever get that, which I will, you and Derek gonna have a Chie off because he played her too. He played her.
You want a Chie off, Derek? We can go at it whenever. I'm just saying.
But
you ain't ready for that. You ain't ready for the Kotal. You ain't ready for the Goro. You ain't ready for the Ferritor. You ain't ready for the Lotus.
But
it's whatever.
Out of the 3,
hey, at least I ain't freaking. Hey, you can blame that on him too. He brought it up. He brought that mess up. I'm just saying.
But out of the 3 that's been revealed for Persona 4, Yosuke was my favorite. Now he wasn't my favorite character in the game. He was my second to Rachel, not Rachel, but Elizabeth.
I got into Persona a little late, and I don't know why. There's something about Yosuke here, just something about Yosuke. Maybe I need to watch the anime or play like the, get a little more idea. But just from what I saw, Yosuke just seemed corny to me.
I mean, he's supposed to character. Yeah. He's supposed to be the comedian of the crew.
I feel all right then. I feel better.
He's the the comic relief.
So he's Joey Wheeler. Gotcha.
That's the thing, though.
With the dark magician.
That's the thing, though. He ain't trash, though. Yosuke ain't trash, though. He just the funny guy in the group.
You still consider Joe? Well, okay, I'm not gonna go there.
But like, wait.
I'm not gonna go there.
We're probably about to go.
I mean,
there.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure some people still see Ash Ketchum as kind of being trashed.
He is.
I ain't saying. I ain't disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
But as far as Yu-Gi-Oh go, Joey
is not that trash.
Name another character in the show that's worse than him.
Tristan.
Oh, okay.
I think Tristan took more, like, it's been a while since I've seen that, but didn't Tristan kind of take, like, a backseat as more of the mentor role or whatever?
No.
He didn't duel that much at all.
I mean,
I can probably count on my one hand.
Yeah, like, Tristan kind of reminded me of, like, the person that used to wrestle back in the 80s who is now a manager in the business now. Like, they're not really going in there and taking the bumps and doing the stuff they did when they were 20. They're still in the business or still involved with the craft. They're just not directly involved as they used to be.
All right. So,
but I mean, I guess maybe what Ronald is saying is when he did, it made Joey look strong, and which, to be quite honest, I think that strengthens his argument, because if you've only freaking done it a couple times and then you like freaking duel, like you play 1 or 2 times, it's like, oh, you're more trash than the trashiest person over here. It's like,
all right.
That's bad. That's bad.
Right, hold up. All right. If we go in for people that consistently duels, then Weeble, Rex.
But out of the protagonist,
Tristan.
I think okay.
Duke.
I think I get him well.
Listen, y'all gotta remember,
Duke was gimmicky as crazy. Like,
y'all gotta.
It's like after Duke got knocked out of his, because Duke's whole thing, like, when Duke is like that person. It's like me. Fighting games was my thing was pretty much all I played for the most part. And like I had mentioned in the first episode, Smile got me into Smite then. Now, granted, I've gotten a little more decent at the game, though. That's what I compare with Duke. It's like, it's somebody who has one big mainstay and they're trying to expand, but when they try to expand, they're not that good in their original. Plus, I always just thought Duke was gimmicky.
He is. All right.
Was gimmicky.
All right. We're gonna. All right. I will actually exclude Tristan and Duke. There's another motherfucker.
Wasn't Duke the dude that made
Dungeon Dice?
Dungeon Dice. That's what I was saying. That's why I was saying the whole Dungeon Dice thing seemed like more like his thing because, of course, he made it, didn't he?
How do you still lose in the game you made though?
Because Yugi's the king of games.
Man, fuck that.
I mean, that's just like saying. That's just like saying. How do you lose a game that you create? And like, how many freaking fighting game producers are like freaking winning tournaments?
That's like, that's like saying. Ed Boon, how did you lose at Mortal Kombat?
All right. I guess my argument for
he
that
is the Tristan now because I don't know if he actually. I think he was more of a programmer guy, but like,
he made the game.
I was about to say like he was like he did it, but now he can't freaking
All right, okay, I can see what y'all are talking about. But my argument for that becomes this. It's the simple fact of the matter that Duke did not show this game off to the public. Literally nobody else besides him played that game before that day. Before that day, that time he dueled Yugi, nobody else touched that game. Nobody else had heard of this shit. So then he comes through and plays Yugi, and Yugi's like, all right, B, I win. How?
Convenience.
That's the only reason.
And he's the king of games. I like how we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! For like a good 5 to 7 minutes, and we were originally talking about Yosuke from Persona 4.
I'm still trying to remember that other trash nigga. Oh, right, no. This is my argument for why Joe isn't that trash. This nigga entered tournaments where motherfuckers are using gods. Bitch, I am a god. Joe was like, I am a real nigga before I am a god.
I'll give you that.
Like...
But
like, if we compare Joey to them, excluding Rex and Weevil, of course he's trash. If we compare him to them. But compared to them, everybody's trash.
I would ask how the heck we got here, but I think I did this because I made the Joey Wheeler comparison.
But
that was because we just finished watching a freaking Watch Mojo video and all that other crap. So
all right,
I don't want to do.
But back to the subject at hand.
All right,
but yeah, like my whole thing was like I was just saying like out of all the three of them, it's like I just really like Chie. I really like Chie. I actually met, I guess, the later English voice actress at Dragon Con back in 2014. Erin Fitzgerald was awesome. As a matter of fact, Erin Fitzgerald has a special place in my heart because not only does she voice Chie, who I love to death, but also Parasol from Skullgirls, Rachel from Ninja Gaiden. I'm just saying, how in the world, patterns, but... I'm not as well. I admit I'm not that well versed in the Persona universe as some of my other friends, but nevertheless, still, because my first Persona game, unfortunately, was Arena. Not saying it was a bad game. It was just because people always said I was missing out with the RPG that came out on PS2, which I heard was actually good.
It is.
I heard it was actually a very good game. So another little throwback, I guess, to get to whenever the time is convenient, but. Like, comments on the Persona 4 Arena characters. I haven't talked enough, even though you guys have been freaking talking up the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff.
But, yeah, I like the roster so far.
This is going to be Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle Times 5, Blaze Blue versus Persona Arena versus Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Rui versus Yu-Gi-Oh!
But, yeah, I like the three that they revealed so far. And, like I said, I just want Elizabeth. And I'm pretty, I feel
That'll
like...
happen.
You say what?
That'll happen. I feel because
it's.
I've done some reading. I feel like that's gonna happen. But then again, I hear like Persona Universe is very like prodigious. It's very big. So
it is.
It's
but as far as the cross tag battle, I know they only gonna pull people from Arena that were in the fighting game.
More than likely.
But her old girl, was it Yukiko? With the fans?
Right. Oh yeah, her. I don't.
Yeah. Yukiko, they're gonna put her in there. I wouldn't be surprised if they put Labras and Aegis in there.
I freaking hate it. Like, I like Yukiko as a character, but I remember that when I started playing Kanji in Arena, that was annoying.
And Kanji, yep.
That was annoying. That was so annoying. It's like, I'm jumping fans. I'm going across fans. It's like, ah.
And then you know more about Uniel than us.
Yeah.
I only got the two characters that
I'll keep it simple, so I'm not droning on for too long, to be honest. Because
one thing I really did just drone on about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, that wasn't really droning though. Like, you guys were having a discussion. When I say drone, I mean it's just me going on for freaking 30 minutes. And I've also really been trying to work on my brevity, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to like take something that takes 5 minutes to explain and not make it 30. You understand? But anyways, okay, so Under Night in Birth pretty much revealed its face character, which is Hyde. Hyde, honestly, somewhat, I guess you can say, as it was revealed, is very parallel like to the likes of Ragna and you, of course. Very parallel. I mean, it's another swordsman. There's some quirks to him, of course, basically. I'll leave it to you to read into that story, though, but the Unielv universe is actually in my opinion, a pretty good story. But Hyde is in there. Lynn is pretty much like the Chun in that case, like female big-time protagonist, the female face. Another very fast, rapid, pretty decent utility character. Actually very underrated, if you ask me. And Waldstein, who is, in essence, I'd like to say, I'm trying to think, hopefully I'm not being too acute or obtuse, but yeah, pretty much the resident grappler of Uniel. Very unique too. Like, his movement you've seen is not really all that good, but he makes up for it because he has moves with ridiculous reach. Albeit the only person in that game that might outdo him in terms of ranged attacks is Merkava, which is like the long lanky shadow with the white hair that kind of looks like a flame coming out of his head. And he freaking talks in these screams like like, there's like this one freaking wind pose he has where he just turns away from you, he's just screaming, and then like the freaking flame on the back of his head is just going crazy.
See, the only two characters.
Cause like you probably like, cause he has like freaking long. He's like almost like the Dawson of that game. Like, he has long, stretchy attacks or whatever. He has projectiles. He has flight.
And
who I think he.
And I already hate this nigga. I hate Dawson.
Well, I know one thing. You're gonna feel disrespected when you freaking get hit with his freaking wind pose, because freaking one of his wind poses involves him, like, once he KOs you, he'll fly over to you and like grab you, kind of like how a vulture will grab like his prey.
Oh yeah, I saw that wind pose.
Yeah,
he basically takes you off to do unspeakable, unholy things to you and your body.
Says the person that went into that freaking pasture of filth earlier.
Filth, Florin. Filth, Florin.
You cannot say filth, Florin, filth in front of people.
But
all right, Bill Cosby, y'all about to slip me a pill?
Why? Oh my God!
Y'all gave me. I saw my shot and I took it.
It was Eddie Murphy's parody of freaking Bill Cosby.
But
I mean, I guess technically he's right.
But I can't remember the two characters' names, but the character with the pet, not a wolf, but it was like some lizard.
That nigga.
It was it was him. He had like a pet with him, and there was another character that was really mobile that had two daggers.
Why, man? Why, Ronald? Why?
I can't remember their names.
Why?
I can't remember their names, but they were they're my picks to be in cross tag.
Why? I think yours were Chaos, Larry.
And Chaos was the one with the pet, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think
and who was the other dude with the daggers?
Yeah, it was Seth. No, okay. Seth was the spider guy, I think. think Seth was a Spider guy.
It's
actually been a while since I played it. Like I need like I'm just saying, just bring it to freaking PS4. Like I like my Steam version. It's just
But
play more people on freaking
console.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for that.
But I think it was good for them to finally get that on PS4, especially seeing that cross tag battles around the corner. Because maybe that might.
They did it.
Hey, good on them. Good. Just saying.
And then the last newly added to the video game universe.
Well, fighting game universe.
Game universe, I will say, because they did do Grim Eclipse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still new, so.
But newly added to the fighting game universe is the Ruby universe.
And I can still hear those freaking cheers all the way from the West Coast over here in Macon when they freaking showed. Because they did so well revealing that at freaking Evo. Like, we saw like the little, we saw Jin and Ragnar over there facing off, and all of a sudden, here comes you and here comes Hyde just clashing, and then we see all this action, we see all these little tag tech and everything, and then they show like the logo for cross tag battle. You think, okay, that's it or whatnot, and then all of a sudden that little block, just wait, now just hold on just a minute, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm pretty sure the freaking place erupted right there.
Yeah.
I was shocked by that, but yeah, Ruby, of course.
Ruby, titular name Ruby, and her lesbian partner for life, Weiss.
Oh my goodness.
Am I wrong?
First of all, Weiss is my bitch. But yeah, it's what is it? Ruby, Weiss, and Yang, right? So,
No, this
just Ruby and Weiss, but I mean, hey, you can pretty much
guarantee those four.
Yeah,
those four are like
But
guaranteed.
aside
As
from
a matter of fact, what they should have done then, they should have revealed all four of them at the same time.
You know all four of them get
They should have revealed all four of them at the same time. That's what they should have did.
Aside from them, because you know they're in there, I can expect Team Juniper to be in there, and that's
who the fuck is that?
That's Pyrrha, Nora.
Robot bitch and skating nigga?
No, you don't like. That shows how much you watch. So that's Penny.
Don't.
That's Penny.
I don't watch this show.
Pyrrha, John, Nora, and Ren. Because I know Ren was another friend of ours' favorite character, because she basically, the whole gimmick of Ruby, in case you don't know, is that they hunt these monsters called Grimm, and they use transforming weapons. They're usually, not always, but usually a gun that transforms into some type of melee weapon. And Nora, in her case, she had a grenade launcher that doubled as a mallet. And I think that's pretty cool.
Also, before we proceed, then rest in peace to Monty Wish you could see this, honestly. Like one person had said, I saw that comment on one of the reaction videos, and it's like, wow, it's like, I could only imagine like creating a series, and like me being a fighting game fan, like I create like a cartoon or an anime series, and I go away, I pass away, and then all of a sudden it's like I don't get to see this. I'm like, but that right there, I'm not sure if it was done in tribute to him directly, but either way, great tribute either way.
Like, for real.
Monty was
awesome stuff. No, yeah.
I was gonna say that, but like Monty, he did some great shit. Have you seen any of his work? Any of his other works besides Ruby?
I've seen Dead Fantasy, and that's it actually.
Yeah, he did because he also did a little video where it was a cross between Halo and Metroid, where Master Chief.
I seen that.
Master Chief and Samus fought each other. He did the Dead Fantasy series.
Wait a minute, what was that?
Haloid. I want to say it was called Haloid. It was like.
It was Samus.
All right, never mind. Never mind. I got it mixed up with Red versus Blue.
No.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I was just thinking of that.
Borrowed from his example.
I was just thinking about that because a good friend of mine, named me after one of the characters in there. Then love you, Nina.
But yeah, as far as them, they can have their little, because Team Juniper was their rival team, so I can expect them to be in there. And aside from them, the only other maybe 2 to 3 characters I can expect is Ruby's Uncle Crow and freaking
Mama.
No, freaking Adam. I expect Adam because he's basically the evil like Virgil of the story.
But yeah, it was real. Only character I think I don't know. I can't say I really care about him, just this person, but okay. Blake is my favorite character in RWBY.
And as I stated earlier, Weiss is mine. And I accept the fact. I accept the fact that my character's a bitch. But she goes on a redeeming soul searching quest, so she becomes a little bit less of a bitch.
I don't know if it was just the naming of it, but now I gotta take a week. God dang, Weiss. I'm too tall, though.
No, I hit my head on that chandelier all the time.
You're too tall too.
So I immediately figured out what you said, but I'm going to ask anyway. So do you mean she's a bitch as in she's a bitch, or she's a bitch as in she's a coward?
No, I mean she's a bitch, like attitude wise.
Yeah, I know she's a bitch.
Wow. But yeah, coming off in the beginning of the series, yeah, she was very abrasive. You know, had that holier than thou. You know, these common folk, all that good shit. And after she went through some shit, she realized, everybody on the same level playing field when it comes to being a hunter,
And she ate some vagina.
No, get your fantasies out of here, Ronald. But
that show tells me otherwise. But I get heavy lesbian vibe from them.
But yeah. Over the course of the show, they, she goes on this kind of redeeming journey. Like I said, she realizes that she's not the cream of the crop, basically, and that she's just as good, on a level playing field as everybody else. Which I liked her powers more than the other three, because she has a magical ability where she summons basically these different glyphs that give her different attributes. Like they can do something as simple as adding an extra step, or do something as convoluted as like giving somebody like some type of power boost, things of that nature, like increasing speed and all that. So that's why she's my favorite character. Mr. Lotus, you've returned.
Yes, I have. Did I miss all the Weiss talk, or have to walk back out again?
Did.
Ew. Just ew. That character's...
I'm done with her.
I mean, hey, I'll give credit where credit is due. Then combat skill is good. I give her props, and that's where it stops.
Like I said my piece about her, and my phone's probably about to die. So. I said my piece about her.
I said my piece, and the piece is you.
Hey.
Gross.
All right.
It is what it is.
Gross.
So, since we don't have no other shit to talk about right about now.
Gross.
I have a notepad that's filled with talking shit. By the way, I need to scratch off some shit.
Talking. Yeah, he's got too freaking crooked. Talking. Good.
Yeah. Y'all can help.
We're gonna edit that out. What's up, Blasphemous HD? I stole that line from him.
We're not gonna edit that. We're doing it live.
That's what he does. Like, he always says, one of my favorite YouTubers then, he always says that we're gonna edit that out, and as you can see, the fact that you see it in his videos, he didn't. Check out Blasphemous HD. Hysterical guy. Hysterical.
You know what?
Who has the same issue that Ronald's trying to combat then, since he freaking worried about being so freaking explicit to where we getting demonetized and stuff.
Yeah. Let's alter the subject a little bit. Since we talk about nerd stuff in general, let's go over to the topic of anime.
So recently Netflix came out with the new Fate series. Apocrypha. Yes, Apocrypha. Okay. For those of you that don't know, I'm going to tell you about Fate in general. Then I'm going to tell you about Fate Apocrypha specifically. Fate in general is basically every, we'd say 60 years, excluding for the really crappy Fate Stay Night anime. I hate Fate Stay Night, let that be known. Every 60 years, 7 people gathered together in one specific location to fight each other to the death for this thing called the Holy Grail that will grant your wish, no matter what it is. Literally, no matter what it is. How did they fight each other, you ask? That is a great question. They use some of these things called servants. What are servants? Servants are the basically historical figures of history, past, present, and future. I'm not lying. Like, we're gonna go off my favorite one, the one that introduced me to the series, Fate Zero. In it, you had King Arthur, Cuchulainn. Yeah,
Cuchulainn.
Yeah, that nigga.
Play some smite. Brush yourself up on some smite, bro.
Brush yourself up on this backhand. Anyway, Cuchulainn. Right, Alexander the Great, Hassad the Assassin, Gilles de Rais,
Hercules.
That's Fate Stay Night.
Hey.
I mean, he's in the series too. Lancelot, just a lot of historical figures and shit like that. And like I said, that's what they use to fight each other. Also, you can use hand-to-hand combat, or in their case, magic, because they're all mages, to fight each other. As long as you kill your opponent. You don't really have to kill, but as long as we're gonna go with kill your opponent. As long as you kill your opponent, they don't give a fuck. And don't involve the public. We don't give a fuck. Now, Fate Apocrypha is that, but bigger. It's a 7-on-7. And that's how it starts. And then once one side has killed all the other side, then they fight each other. Like, you still get the one wish. There's still only one wish on the table, but it's like the two sides must...
It's initially a team fight.
Yes, and then it devolves
into a free-for-all.
Yeah. Which makes it interesting. I love it.
Interesting. Yeah. That's literally a more magical version of freaking Juni Tyson.
Yeah.
That's another good anime.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it this far. Although, like, I tried not.
Shit, a new episode did drop. I can't watch it.
I tried not to look at the titles of the episodes because pretty much those spoil who's gonna pretty much be going.
As it seems so far, like it's.
And then like now, there's like something on the outro that pretty much is. I don't know. It's like spoiler galore almost. I almost feel like
there's something in the opening that's spoiler galore.
I already said that, but
you said outro.
No, before that. Get back in your filthy freaking filth.
This is a good looking drink. I'm gonna take some. I hope there's no drugs in it.
Wow.
Of course you hope no drugs in this shoot. Why add to what you already have? But anyways. Yeah, but still, I mean, it's still decent. I mean, as long as you cut out like the little things that give the little hints. But it's just like at times watching freaking Juni Tyson, I almost feel like I'm on Twitter trying to avoid wrestling spoilers. It's like, don't tell me title. I just want to freaking watch, you know.
Are you caught up with the exception of the day?
No.
Been working on stuff, man. I'm working on producing content. Y'all don't hear me when I say I take this content thing seriously.
He wants to talk about it so bad.
I do.
Hold it.
What was the last episode you saw?
Shoot. I have to consult my freaking anime list app, but talk about it.
But the basic premise of it.
Matter of fact, I'll go easy on y'all. Leave the room.
Wow. The basic premise of Juni Tyson is there is every 12 years, 12 characters come together, each representing an animal in the Chinese zodiac, and they fight to the death. I know this is sounding a lot like Fate Stay.
Somebody did describe it as fate with edge.
But they come together, they have this fight to the death, and the winner gets a wish. Same kind of really similar to Fate Stay Night, except it's less magical and with more people. And with the premise, like I said, each of the 12 people has a representation of an animal in the Chinese zodiac. And each one has special abilities, which I'm going to tell you right now, you really wouldn't be able to guess what their ability is based off the animal that they are. You really wouldn't. Like it's so out there that you would be like, wow, I get it, but I would have never guessed it. Like, the only example I'm going to give is the rabbit. With the rabbit's case, the rabbit is
I feel like that's heavy spoilers.
Is it heavy?
Considering what he does, semi.
You already gave a rundown of it. You're fine.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, okay. I'll save it.
We'll throw up a spoiler warning next time you want to freaking jabber.
Right.
I mean, like, we didn't spoil anything, so.
I'll say next time.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Boy, I ain't seen that shit in so long.
Speaking of walking away, I need to walk away real quick.
You white cat.
Yeah, the teller's walking away.
You can fuck off for But
yo, tell us.
Anime, check it out. It's on Crunchyroll and various other sources.
Yo, teller done walked away.
But
Note to inspiring voice actors. That right there means apparently you've made it. That means you've made it.
But let's see. To get off of the newer anime subject, because I want to talk about something as a whole. Lotus. Mm-hmm. What would you say is your favorite, your favorite anime? I'm take that back because I know what that is.
I mean, I would still answer because they don't know. You know it, but they don't.
True. What's your favorite anime?
That would be Yu Yu Hakusho.
Dun, 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 dun.
What about you, Baron? What's your favorite anime thus far?
Nigga, that's a really difficult question for me. Like,
top 3.
Let me see if freaking there's anything.
Nigga, that's still a difficult question for me.
Let me see if anything on my anime list involves telling.
I'll take that net.
Just pick one that's up there at the top. Just up there. Just for the stream's sake.
When I looked that up, freaking Gintama came up. The Gintama movie.
Wow, it's really taking him a long time to get.
It's really hard because not only because see, there's Fate Zero, there's Gundam Build Fighters Try, Gundam Build Fighters, Gundam Wing.
Why don't you make it easier on yourself and just put Gundam under just one whole.
The Gundam series.
Gundam, just
because I don't like all the Gundam.
You like most of them, don't you?
Yeah.
You like most of them, don't you? You say Gundam.
Yep.
You say Gundam. You like most of them.
All right. I got him. All right, fine.
Okay.
Cowboy Bebop.
All right, okay, fair enough. And these two know, but favorite anime series of all time is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Is this a JoJo reference?
It is now.
Everything is a JoJo reference when you think about it.
Yeah.
But go a little bit in depth to why you like Yu Yu Hakusho, Lotus.
I mean, that right there was just. I'm not gonna sit there and say it's a classic, but it is. But nevertheless, I had saw that when I was really little, and I had saw it on Adult Swim when I wasn't supposed to. But I mean, hey, anime it be. But the thing is, it has such a freaking. That story is just so awesome. I don't know. One of the best stories out there, honestly. It's I know I'm going back into gaming when I say this, but almost the same exact way I say that, as far as modern fighting games, right now, stuff that's recent, I still say Life is Strange has one of the best stories of new age games today.
Wait, how the fuck did we get on Life is Strange?
I was paralleling it. If you would be quiet, you filthy human.
Woo!
Alright.
Filthy human.
Nasty.
Filthy human.
Nasty human.
Nasty human.
Ugh.
For nasty people.
Nastiness.
But the same, I just feel like it has one of the great stories. The filthy human over here was actually singing the song earlier. Original opening theme. I actually kind of like all the themes, like even the one that was kind of swingy. It was like a little swingy, jazzy little instrumental. It was still pretty good or whatnot. I don't want to. I'm not gonna hold it up because I can't remember the name off the top of my head. And I mean, the characters. You're gonna tell me that none of those characters in Yu Yu Hakusho are memorable?
Boy, my nigga Hiei. I
mean, the people they just mentioned right there, usually when I talk about this anime or when someone asks me what my favorite is and I mention that, they'll usually shift to one of those two characters. Even though they weren't like the main, they were the main characters, like not the central at least then. Because we all know, of course, Yusuke was the central character. But it's like, still, you're going to tell me those characters weren't memorable? Or are you going to tell me that anime wasn't memorable?
Oh my goodness. But freaking, like, for me, it's actually ironic that I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because one of my friends really likes it, and he had been trying to get me to watch it for the longest. He was like, bro, you have to watch this. You have to watch this. Like, come on. And he would show me clips and everything every now and then. I was like, okay, that's cool or whatever. And I never, really took the time to actually get into it. But one day I just decided to say fuck it and just watch it, check it out. So I started from the beginning with Phantom Blood, and I was thoroughly impressed. Especially since the main character of part 1 was also the Red Ranger and Ichigo Kurosaki. But as the name suggests, the anime is very, very bizarre. And if you like dogs, this won't be the show for you. There's a lot of random, dog offings in that show. But anyway, the anime is very colorful, very exaggerated to a degree. And there's an epic amount of man posing in that show. Like very much so. Like if I was a bodybuilder, I would watch an episode of JoJo every morning before I started my routine. Like that's how much posing in human contortion is in that show. But
JoJo in the morning, part of a balanced breakfast apparently.
Yep. I would not be surprised if they had like a cereal in Japan. Like that was another thing that I liked about the show. Like when things got serious.
Has a cereal?
No. But if only. When things got serious, because you know how in different animes they have different creative ways to like convey the characters' emotions without them just straight out saying it. Well, in JoJo's, when things get serious or when the characters like in this like extreme scenario and feeling these intense emotions, the color palette will change, not just of the character but of the whole situation. Where you might have a character like Jolene, for instance, who is Lotus's favorite character. He hasn't started the JoJo's franchise, but he played All-Star Battle.
Once again, it's fighting games, man.
But
they need to bring that to PS4.
But like Jolene, for instance, she has blonde hair and wears a black suit. Now, in certain intensities of fights, you might see that the color palette changes in the room, and her hair might go from blonde to hot pink, and her outfit is black or blue instead of black to like convey like this intensity of the situation. But that's what I like about the show, the artistic touch on it.
Oh, yeah, why I like Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah,
nigga, what's not to like about Cowboy Bebop? That is a literal timeless classic.
Typical Ronald answer.
He gives the people what they want, Chris.
Like, I mean, truthfully though, like, am I wrong?
Did the people ask to get tattled on?
I'm gonna smack y'all one day. But yeah, no, for real. Like, Cowboy Bebop is a literal timeless classic. But like, yeah, I know. I just saw. Yeah, but yeah, like it's a great story. I love the characters in it. Faye was hot. Ed was hilarious. Spike was cool as shit. Like Jet be that dad that would be that nigga that I would want as like my uncle, not my dad. Fuck that. But like I'd want him as like my uncle. And it was just like even then, like all the villains, a lot of the villains, they were people that like you could
relate to them.
Yeah,
and see and understand why they were doing what they're doing.
At least like the well-developed people.
Yeah,
villains like Vicious.
Like you would be like, given the circumstances, I might go down that same road.
Yeah, like you just looking at them, sure, but that's why it's gonna go down as one of my favorite anime of all time. Granted, I have Gundam, I have Fate, I have also Kino's Journey, A Beautiful World. That's a great anime, hilarious and beautiful. But like if you was to put on Cowboy Bebop in front of me, I'd be like, all right, I'm in. I'm gonna sit down and watch it no matter what. And now with that, all right, and now with that, we're gonna have to close it here.
We drifted into anime. We drifted into anime there.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was awesome there. Yeah, but
I'm the Baron.
And I'm Smile.
And you know me, I am Big Daddy, Smooth Cobalt, Chris Lotus. And you just finished listening to the 18-Bit Podcast. We will see you next time.